Afternoon, everyone. This is Nithya Ramachandra from the NR Hour Sports Show, alongside with our co-hosts Sean and Julian from Grunt Talk Sports. And we're joined by a really special guest today. His name is Miguel Rojas. He's the current Miami Marlins infielder. He also played for the Dodgers. And now, not only he's a current player, he's a co-host with Chris Rose and with John Boy Media. And he does a great show with Trevor Poof and all those cast members there. And what a great job he does with the show. And Miguel, I just want to say thank you for joining the show. It's truly an honor. This is episode 984. We are live on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Spotify, on all the podcast platforms. So our fans can tune in and ask questions too on the Spreaker app. But first, Miguel, thank you again for joining us. It's truly an honor. I didn't expect you to answer that quick, but we made it happen. But first of all, how are you and your family doing?
Yeah, we're doing good. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you guys here. For me, it's truly an honor to get back to fans and finding different medias to actually talk to people around the country and around the world who likes baseball and who are needing on us getting back on the field. So for me, it's a special bond that I can create with fans talking through to a different media. So thank you guys very much for the opportunity.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, Sean, you want to start it off or?
Yeah, sure. Miguel, I just had a quick question. When you signed back in 2006 with the Reds, did you feel like coming from Venezuela that you had made it, or did you know you had so much more to prove?
Yeah, when I first signed, when I was 16 years old, that was the biggest step of my life. When you sign up for a professional contract, that's not an easy task, especially coming from Latin America. You know how much countries, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Colombia, all of these countries are being huge in baseball throughout the years. And signing my first professional contract, that was a dream come true to me at that time and to my family, because all the work that we put in throughout almost 12 years, because I started playing baseball when I was 4, and I didn't even know that I was going to sign a professional baseball contract. So for me, at that time, I knew I was getting something big, but at the same time, I knew how far it was the run that I have to make it to the big leagues. So that was the goal. The goal for me was always playing in the big leagues, but I didn't know that it was going to be that hard and tough. Throughout the years, I learned with a lot of sacrifice and a lot of work that it wasn't going to be easy. And the competition always level off. At the beginning, I was really good at some things, and then I figured out that I wasn't that good at other things. So I find myself in that situation where, okay, I accomplished something, but I need to get better every single day to actually prove myself and be able to play in the big leagues.
Wow.
It's a great response. I'll go next, I guess. So, Miguel, we're big Yankee fans, all of us, and we really like Don Mattingly. So we're very intrigued by what your experiences have been with him, how he's helped you grow as a player, and like your relationship with him.
Yeah, Donnie is become, not just my biggest friend, or I actually call him my dad in baseball, because he actually opened the arms for me and had a huge input for me to actually make my debut with the Dodgers back in 2014. Wow. I first met Donnie in 2013, and we haven't get away from each other like since that year. I got traded to the Marlins in 15, and he got to the Marlins in 2016. So it was kind of meant to be for us to be together and to create this partnership. That I feel like I can give him some confidence on the field to be his extension. That's how I feel and how I describe my relationship with Donnie. I'm an extension of Donnie playing on the field, which is something that I'm sure it makes him feel like really comfortable and really good, because I know what he likes. I know the way that he goes about the business, and I actually I got to know him when I was younger, because I was on the bench a lot. I didn't play. I wasn't an everyday player. So being on the bench with Donnie, I can see his reactions. I can see what the things that he likes as a player, and what the thing that he don't like when a player do. So I'm actually like, I kind of, when I see something that I know Donnie's not gonna like, I attack this player and I help him without Donnie have to, like divide his focus to something else instead of be on managing the baseball game.
Wow. Yeah. So tell our fans, coming from Venezuela and going into the minor leagues and obviously getting the call up. So how long did it take you to adjust with the language barrier? And obviously you had other players that spoke Spanish, so you're curious, but how long did it take you to adjust with the language and the culture?
Yeah, that's one of the hardest hurdle for us Latin players, because we come into not just a different country but a different culture. We have to learn English. We have to get used to the rules. We gotta get used to everything that is going on in this beautiful country. That we're gonna spend like majority of our year here, and then after we go back to Venezuela. But at the end of the day, you spend more time here in the United States than in your own country. So it's a huge process that we have to go through. But I'm so glad and grateful that I had an opportunity to be with the Reds organization at the beginning, an organization that cared deeply about players, getting to know the system, getting to know the rules, getting to know everything that is going on, and they actually take care of the Latin players with English class. Make sure if you're going to, I remember my first league ever that I played in the United States, it was in Billings, Montana. So they didn't just put me in a hotel, like away from everybody. They gave me the opportunity to go to a family that they knew Spanish, and they taught me English, and that was huge for me at that moment of my career. So I didn't go to school to learn English. I learned on the clubhouse. I learned English from talking to people in the streets, talking to a family at home that actually gave me the opportunity to stay at their place, and I'm always going to be grateful for.
Wow, that's amazing.
I have another question for you.
Yeah.
When you started off with the Dodgers, but then you ended up getting traded, to the Marlins, did you find that as like difficult, or did you find it as like a new opportunity to start somewhere else? And was it exciting, or more like did you feel defeated or hurt by it?
Well, it was a combination of things, because we all know the Dodgers organization is a prime organization in the big leagues, and we know all the history that this organization. I just played my first full season in the big leagues with the Dodgers. I got called up in June, and I never got back to the minors, and I actually made the playoff roster, and I was in the playoff that year with them. So I thought my career was just getting started with the Dodgers. And I created that bond with the organization and with the players, that I said, you know what, I like it here. Playing for the Dodgers is amazing. Putting that white and blue uniform on every single day with 50,000 fans on the stands is amazing. That's something that you never want to give up to. But my opportunity is there. I knew I was going to be a role player, a player that I probably going to be a backup player, a bench player that I come just for my defense before the game is over and we got the lead and all that. And when I to actually understand why that move was happening, at the end of the day, we're not controlling all that. We're just controlling what we can do and the things that we can do to get better as a player, to play whatever they put you, and that's something that I learned early in my career. When I used to be a shortstop, just a shortstop in this point where I needed to play other positions, and being able to move roles from second base to third base. I actually learned how to play first base. Wow. And I learned how to be a team player instead of just, think about myself and think about what I need to do to go up in the ladder. So getting traded to the Marlins, I didn't even realize how good of a move this was going to be for me until I got to the Marlins. I remember first time that I walk in the Marlins clubhouse next spring training, I see Jose Fernandez, I see Marcelo Zuna, and this group of Latin players welcomed me with open arms, and got the opportunity to meet all these amazing people with the Marlins organization that make me feel like, okay, I mean, I move up from the Dodgers, but I move up to a great organization that is going to give me an opportunity to start over again. And I didn't even know that I was going to be like in this position 9 years later, and being one of the players that is being playing the longest for the organization. But I'm glad that I played my first year with the Dodgers with the number 72. That's always that's something that never is going to take back from me. I played my first year there, and I always going to remember and cherish that moment.
Wow.
So last year I actually got to go down to see you guys play. It was my first game in the press box last year at Marlins Park with Con Las Linas, which is my thing up here. I'm sure you've heard of Con Las Linas too. I wouldn't be surprised because they're a good Spanish company. But I really like you guys. I think you've had a great off season. You've had Stallings, you had Garcia, and then you had obviously there was one more guy I'm thinking about.
Wendell.
Yeah, Wendell's the other guy.
Wendell.
So with that being said, what do you guys think is the key to taking the next step here?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an exciting season. As soon as we finalize this contract and this CBA that we're negotiating right now as a players, for not just for us, but for the future of the game. All we want to do at this time is just to make the game better and make it more profitable for players in the young step on their careers, and making opportunities for older players that are fighting for jobs when they still can play baseball. That's something that we're fighting for, and we're always gonna stay true to our principles.
Yeah.
With that being said, the Marlins organization is being huge support for them early in this offseason when they acquire all these guys. And something that you guys might know, but it's really important, is to get Sandy Alcantara signing that deal for 5 more years. Getting guys who are being through the process with this organization, and a guy like Sandy that I'm seeing like he's our ace, our rock solid guy in the rotation. It's always important to have him around and know that he's going to be our ace for a long time. That's pretty important. Other than getting Wendell, that I think establish our infield, and it's going to provide a great bat. Avisail Garcia, with his power, we know he can hit the ball out of the ballpark here. It's something that, like, we know it's not easy. It's not easy to hit homers in Miami, and it's not easy to play 162 games in Miami. Just not just because of the ballpark, but the weather, the difference of hours that we go somewhere that is different in the West Coast. And all that is not easy. And getting all these guys, talents behind the play, is going to give us the secure glove. And we know he just won a gold glove. And being able to manage our starting rotation is going to be huge for him. And I don't think we're done yet. We're just waiting for these negotiations to be over, because I know the organization is seeking for more players to impact our line, impact our bullpen and our rotation. We don't know what the ceiling is going to be for this organization, and I'm really excited to see, because we're starting to turn because we've been building something. I don't call that rebuilding, because we was building something from bottom up. Soon as the Derek Jeter and Bruce Sherman got to the organization, they actually started building something. The minor leagues, focusing on players and getting developed by the Marlins. That's something that is huge for us. And we're seeing guys getting to the big leagues now. We're seeing Sixto Sanchez, Edward Cabrera, JJ Bleday, Max Myers. We're seeing all these prospects getting to the big leagues. And it's exciting to see the future just arriving to the team and helping now winning games.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to see what happens. So hopefully this season. And but we are live with current Marlins infielder Miguel Rojas. We do have a fan question that just came in. Someone wants to know, what was it like playing with the late Jose Fernandez throughout your career? And obviously just devastating to see what happened to him. And they want to know, just share some of the memories you had with him as a teammate.
Yeah, I just mentioned a little ago that when I got to the Marlins, I got a a huge opportunity to be received like I was family already with these guys. And one of those guys was Jose. My birthday is just coming up right now, February 24th.
Wow.
And I always spend that in spring training. And I remember something that Jose did for me my first year. I mean, he know me for like 3 weeks. And he, the day that it was my birthday in spring training, he bought me a cake with my name on and actually make a little bit of celebration of my birthday in the clubhouse with the guys. So that was Jose behind the scenes. He was a guy who cares about his teammates, who was always happy. A guy that every 5 days he was gonna give you everything that he had. Not holding nothing back. I mean, he wasn't thinking about, oh, let's go slow here because we got a long season. No, it was from April 1st that the season started. It was everything all out on the line. Yeah. And that's something that I will always remember about Jose. Pitching every single start, like it was no other day after that. And kind of, I mean, enjoy baseball and enjoy this career because you never know when it's going to be your last day playing. So we just can't remember how Jose enjoyed the game and the pure joy that he had playing it. So for me, it's just I think the biggest lesson that he gave me in life when I was playing with him.
Wow. Sean.
Yes. Hi. I just wanted to ask you, kind of moving away from the Marlins for a second. I just saw that I was reading up on it when you were part of the Dodgers, and you say in your first season, and I bring it back to June 18th when Clayton Kershaw threw that no-hitter.
Yeah.
And you come up with the big play I think it was the 7th inning, and playing third base. What was that feeling like? How much do you remember of that night?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest moments in my career, and it will always will be because Clayton Kershaw is a future Hall of Famer, and one of the best pitchers in this generation, maybe the best lefty that pitch in this generation. And for me, being part of that day and being in Dodger Stadium with 40,000 people behind, and remember, I think it was like 14 strikeouts. He was like he reached season high and career high in strikeouts that day. It was pure dominance, and all I was thinking about when I was playing, if the ball got hit to me, I can let this go because not just because of the no-hitter, it's because this guy is putting such an amazing performance on the mound that I need just to do my job. That's what I was thinking. Do my job, and if the ball is hit to me, I'm not going to try to do too much and just catch it and trying to make the play. And I couldn't make the play if the first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez, didn't pick the ball on the dirt because it was a long throw. Like 6 days after I got called up to the big leagues, I got this opportunity to play in a no-hitter and making a special play. That's something that I always gonna remember. I sure that is framed right here while I'm talking to you guys, and I'm sitting and I remember the moment. I remember the crowd was like in silence, just waiting to see what happened. And I make the play. It was out, and I didn't know at the moment that it was gonna be the play that it makes maybe change the course of the game.
Oh,
that's a great play. It's a great memory there. Now, before you were speaking about how the media and you want to be accessible to the fans. So that brings me to your work with Rose Rotation and John Boy Media. So how did that come about, and what's some great stuff you've learned there? Because we enjoy seeing that.
Yeah. The Chris Rose Rotation has been a great show and a great outlet for us to show the fans what we're all about. It's not just because he got like five players who are currently playing right now, but it's so many different things that goes through our regular season in the all season, where we're talking about what is the life of a baseball player like, and sharing moments with our teammates. Like the other day I had Christian Yelich on.
Oh, wow.
And it was amazing to remember our connection when I played with him. I played with him for 5 years with the Marlins, and I mean, it's a great opportunity for us to share how natural it is for us to talk about baseball in between us. And Chris has been amazing, and I mean nothing but good things to say about Chris and the opportunity that me being a part of this show. You know, was as soon as he came to John Boy, he shoot me a text, and I remember saying that he project, that he want me on board, that he want to create a rotation of players, and I was going to be the only position player. And I mean, I said, yeah, let's go. Let's try to make the best out of this opportunity. And it's been great because I connected with fans, not just in Miami, but all over the country. You know, sometimes I go to cities and people knows about me because I've been in the Chris Rose rotation, and because I talk to you guys right now, and I mean, more people in the Northeast are gonna know about me, you know, and about the Marlins. I mean, it's not just about me; it's about my organization as well. You know, I want to put my team in the map, and knowing that when we get success, a lot of people know about us. So I'm happy that I can connect with you guys, and I continue to do the podcast with Chris, and this is something that I like to do, and I wanted to do. I want to give more content to the fans.
Wow.
Yeah, really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's amazing. You guys are the best. You guys do a great job. You guys keep the fans entertaining. Chris Rose is he's funny. He can be funny sometimes, but you guys are one of the best. But I want to follow up on that. Speaking of players you had on, you had your teammate Chaz Chisholm on the show. Speak about him. Tell our fans about what kind of player he is on the field, off the field, and what kind of player he can be in the future.
Yeah, he's a rock star. I feel like he got all the ceiling to be the superstar that he wanted. And it's always nice to have a player like him on your team. You know, he's someone that you always gonna enjoy the game. He's always gonna keep it really light. You know, he's not gonna be worrying about a lot of stuff. He take it serious for sure. He go to work, but at the end of the day, he enjoy like he's a kid. You know, that's how I call him. I call him the playing baseball and having fun. I wish I can have more fun like he is, but everybody's different, you know. Like I'm not gonna be acting like someone that I'm not, and he's not gonna be acting like someone like he's not. It can be, you know. That's why it's important to understand that everybody's different, and at this level, I mean, we need people like Jazz, you know. We need people that play the game the way that he's playing, and he's natural, you know. He's not trying to fake something or anything. It's like that off the field as well, and I've been enjoying really a lot these last couple of years playing with Jazz, and I'm happy because he's been putting the work in the off season, and I'm waiting and happy to see what's gonna that this 2022 year is gonna hold on for him.
I gotta say, your infield could be one of the best this season, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we should be really good with Wendell. Brian Anderson already is really good. Myself, Jazz, we got a couple first basemen who can pick it, Aguilar and Lewin Diaz. So I mean, we could be really good, you
know. Hey Miguel, so I have a question now, kind of backpacking off that. We've known Derek Jeter for 20 years as a player, as the captain, as, you know, the leader for our team, and I kind of want to know, what's Derek Jeter like as an owner, or what's your relationship with him? And since, you know, you're a shortstop, he was a shortstop, did he teach you a few? Did he show you some things, or, you know, what's that like?
Yeah, Derek has been vocal and open about that he threw his last baseball and he swung the last game of his career. But I mean, it's so accessible. That's one of the biggest thing about Derek Jeter, the owner now. The opportunity that he gave to players open for them. If anything that they need to know or they want to talk about, and it's being so respectable about the players' time too. You know, it's not being an owner that is always on top of players and trying to impose things. You know, he's watching from close because he's always there. That's something that every single game he's up in the press. He's in suite, watching the game, watching every detail. And when you talk to him, you can see that he's paying attention to every little detail. So that's one of the biggest things that I'm seeing from Derek. Being able to be there and being accessible to players, not just to me, because I've been I'm the oldest guy in the team, kind of right now with the Marlins, but not just with me, but everybody else can talk to him and actually get a little advice or tips from the best that ever do it at shortstop.
Yeah.
I talked to him about baseball before too, and some things about when you play in the postseason is different. When you play big games, it's different. Opening days, and you always ask for advice how to calm yourself down. How was you so successful in pressure situations? What did you do to help you become that player that he always in the good situations, in the big situations, he came up on top. More than likely, and those are the things that I talked to him about, because talent. And you work hard, but your talent is going to be your talent. I can never be like as good as Derek Jeter was, maybe hitting the ball the other way, but I can do things better than he did. My hands might be a little bit better than him. We all have different package, but the mindset is something that they can be a little bit closer to each other. So
Well,
We love hearing that about Jeter. He's the man. It seems like he still always pays attention to those details. Nothing's really changed since he's retired. I actually got to see his induction in the Hall of Fame. That was incredible. That was a great day for baseball and everything. But I'll switch up to some other guys on the team. So I'm curious about some guys that you think could be under the radar that maybe we should be talking about that don't get the love from the media.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a great question, because we're a young team, and we know we're gonna have a lot of guys coming up, because we have our farm system is pretty deep.
Yeah.
So I have a couple guys that I feel like they're gonna do good coming up. Jesus Sanchez is one of them. We see him a little glare of what he can do last year. I think he hit 20 something homers combined in AAA in the big leagues. He's got an opportunity to be in our starting outfielder from Dominican Republic. JJ Bleday is a guy who haven't played in the big leagues yet, but he's in the radar to be in the big leagues. His work ethic and makeup is one of the things that tell me that he's going to be good, and not just because he got a good talent, but he can become one of the leaders in the organization as well. Victor Mesa Jr., guy who came from Cuba. We signed him as a minor league a couple years ago when he was just 17 years old. Mm-hmm. He's now 20, and they got in really big strides in the organization. I think he's going to be between maybe high A and double A this year. A guy that, for sure we got to be looking for. We got a pitcher that we got first pick a couple years ago, Max Meyer. A guy can be a great starter, but he got closer stuff as well. We don't know what his ceiling is going to be, but I'm excited to see him in the big leagues. It's a 5'11" guy who can throw a fastball 100 miles per hour, and he got a great slider. So we got a couple guys that are coming up, and thinking that with the guys that we got in the big leagues now, we've seen Jazz, we've seen Sixto Sanchez, we've seen Alcantara, we've seen Edward Cabrera. Our pitching staff is deep with Pablo Lopez and Jesus Luzardo and all of these guys. Imagine Trevor Rogers, that he was our all-star last year. For me, that's something that we're excited about, and hopefully we can get all those guys together soon.
Yeah, you guys have built a great team and a great farm system, and I want to bring up something that no one talks about really. Obviously, you guys made history by hiring the first female GM, Kim Nang. So talk about that, and what are your thoughts on that? And it's amazing what we're seeing now, women in sports getting more opportunities. There's still more room to grow, but I feel like it's heading to the right direction. So tell our fans and tell us about Kim Nang so far as a GM.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud about the organization and that move that they made last year, giving Kim the opportunity to be the GM, the first GM ever in baseball. Just happy for her to get that opportunity, but at the end of the day, she have to work hard for what she get. She put the time to become one of the best in baseball. You know, she worked for MLB for a long time. She was with the Dodgers, she was with the Yankees, and I mean, just the resume that she's been getting from all these teams and all these years that she put in is something that is valuable. And for the Marlins organization to take that first step and put it on that job, I think it's huge, and I can be more proud that the organization did that.
Yeah.
Kind of backpacking off that again. You just signed at the end of the season. You just signed your extension with the Marlins.
Yeah.
And I have to ask because I've always been curious. What's it like to, for the team to come to you and ask you to sign an extension and stay with the team now? This will be your 8th season with the Marlins. You're now coming in from, your first full season with the Marlins to now, and you're kind of like a leader to this team. What's it like? How's it feel to get an extension like that?
Oh, it's been amazing. Marlins organization it's been so great to me, and not just the organization but the city. My family is growing here. I got 2 kids that are South Florida native, and for me, just being here in Miami and getting the opportunity to stay here for this long, it's been a bless. And when you sign a deal, it can't just be the organization wanting to sign you. You want to have to stay as well. And that's something that I did a couple years ago when the hard years were coming, because they asked for patience, they asked for opportunity to show that they can build an organization from the bottom up.
Yeah.
And I was all in for it, and now that we're getting closer to the winner that we want to be, so I want to be part of that too. So that's why I wanted to be here. I wanted to sign that extension for another 2 years, and hopefully I can stay here the rest of my career. We know this is a business, and our future is never secure anywhere. But if it's because of me and my family, we want to be here, and we want to keep helping this organization get to where we want to be.
That's a great answer. We're excited to see what you do. And I'm going to switch up a little bit. So what's some stuff you enjoy to do off the field in your downtime that doesn't have to do with baseball?
Yeah, that's another great question, because we spend so much time working and getting ready for the season, and working out and all that is one of the biggest thing that we do in the off season. But spending time with getting the opportunity to get away from the field and from taking my mind away from baseball is important as well. I like to play poker. I play poker with friends at home. I like to make trips and playing in a couple tournaments and stuff like that. I like watching basketball. So every time I have an opportunity, I come down and see the Heat playing, and take my son to different things. Maybe not just baseball. He's playing the piano. He's playing tennis and doing all that, and being able to watch my son grow. It's been a bless. So for me, those are the things that take my mind away from baseball, because it's important. We're a professional baseball player, but at the end of the day, we're a human being as well, and we do stuff off the field, which is something that people sometimes don't know. But nowadays with social media, they can see a lot more of what you like to do off the field.
Well, I think it's important to show that human side too. That's why I asked. I'm always curious to see what the other interests are.
Definitely.
Hey, speaking of the Miami Heat, there's something special this year. They've been rolling in the season this year, and it's gonna be interesting to see what they do in the rest of the year. But we have a couple of fan questions that came in, and one of our fans want to know, what are your guys' hype music in the clubhouse before getting ready for a game? And another one is, what's your nickname?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start with my nickname. They call me Miguel Rojas. When I got to the Marlins, the clubhouse guys with the Marlins, they couldn't call me just Miggy, because we know Miggy already played for the Marlins
Yeah.
back in the day. So Miguel Cabrera, a friend of mine, and I don't wanna be just Miggy. And the guys in the clubhouse starting to call me Miggy Rowe. And I mean, it's been good because everybody knows me by that name now, and I like it. And I mean, the music is different. I think every single day because we got a lot of diversity in the clubhouse of cultures. You know, Dominican, we got Puerto Ricans, we got Colombians, we got Venezuelans, Americans, and they like every kind of music in baseball is playing in a clubhouse. I feel like some days it's Latin music, some days it's rap, some days it's country, some days it's hard heavy metal, and so it's crazy. It's a lot of fun because I mean we get so many different guys who like different things because in a team with 26 men to just switch it up.
Yeah. So I got a real quick follow up here. I got to ask you about. I want to go back to your press conference you had when you signed the extension, and then what does that mean to you? You showed a little bit of emotions during the press conference, and Don Mattingly was there obviously. And what does that mean to a player when a coach coming from a different organization that you know from, and then when you got traded, he came there. So what does that mean to a player to have a coach that believes in you from day one?
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. It was the same day that they announced that Donnie extension was going to be there too for 2 more years. It means a lot because that was the guy and the person who gave me the opportunity to get to the big leagues and accomplish my first dream, which was playing in the big leagues and having him by my side when I signed my first extension with a big league team. And become an everyday shortstop. That's another thing that I always put on my mind. I wanted to be an everyday shortstop, and I wanted to be a player who can be on the field every single day. You know, and that was the emotions, not just because of me, but for the people who helped me throughout this journey. It's been good. My family, people back in Venezuela. I was thinking about all the person that helped me, and that's why I was kind of emotional and I mean, I let it out for my people because it was important for me.
Another question for you. Thinking of that, I was just thinking, every single year you get to opening day, do you still, when you put on the jersey, you still get the jitters and the butterflies and like just pure happiness knowing that it's just another season of just playing the game you love?
Yeah, definitely. Spring training is a little bit different. In spring training, it's not the nerve. It's more joy of seeing your guys again. You know, watching your friends that you haven't seen for 5 months. You know, you see a lot of growth of them. You're happy to go on a baseball field again to put the uniform. Then opening day. In opening day, it's like it's go time. You know, then you feel the butterflies on the stomach. You see the nerve within the clubhouse. You wanted to get your first hit. You don't want to get your first strikeout, stuff like that. You know, that's the things that go through your mind when it's about to the season is about to start. Spring training is a little bit different. It's more joy. It's more happiness of being back with the boys, and it's always nice to find a way to get to spring training. That's why we're so happy that we can go back to spring training as soon as possible if it's possible.
Yeah, we want to see you back out there soon. We really do. We're rooting for you here. So
same.
Speaking of rooting interest and stuff, I'm sure you would like more fans to show up to the ballpark at times. I feel like, is it challenging to play in front of so little fans at times? What would be your message to try to get more fans to support you guys? Because I feel you guys deserve the support. You have a nice stadium and everything. A team's on the rise. There should definitely be a better turnout down there.
No, definitely. I mean, that's something that you have to work for. You know, when you play for a city like Miami, you just have to giving good results. You know, that's one of the things. Like if you win, more people will come.
Yeah.
So it's in our part too. You know, like it's not just asking for fans to come to the ballpark. You know, to enjoy the beautiful stadium that we have. I mean, let's be realistic. good effort and good performance there, you know. So for me, it's like, okay, yeah, we invite fans to come to the ballpark to enjoy the show, enjoy the ballpark and the experience. But at the end of the day, if we're winning, more people will come. So that's in our side, and that's in our part. And the organization is doing whatever they can to put the good product on the field and bringing guys who help the organization win some baseball games. And hopefully we can be in the postseason and trying to go for a championship.
Yeah. So tell some of whoever doesn't know about you, tell them what do you bring to the game as a player, and obviously, man, you're a defensive wizard on the field. You've made some amazing plays so far in your career, but tell the people who don't know about you what do you bring to the game.
Yeah, I feel like I describe myself as a player, someone that I always trying to help the one next. I provide my leadership, trying to make others better, so my job is a little bit easier. So as a shortstop, I want my third baseman to be better and my second baseman to be better, so I don't have to cover all the ground, you know. And with that being said, I'm a player that I know that I opportunity to get here and to play in the big leagues as a utility guy. So I never want to stop working for what my limits are. So a player that always working hard to get better for the next season. People who knows me knows that I'm gonna play the game the right way, and I'm gonna go to the field to give my 100 every single day. And someone who likes to win, you know. I know it's been hard with the Marlins organization, but we accomplished something that the organization haven't been able to do in the last, I think, 17 years without winning, having a winning season and going to the playoffs. And we did it in 2020 in the COVID year. And that was something that I'm proud about, you know, like, I mean, we have to take these little victories because, I mean, that's better than just becoming just and I don't like that. I'm a player who likes to become a winning organization, a winning team, you
know. Kind of going off that, you guys made the playoffs back in 2020, and unfortunately didn't make it this year. But you guys have a tough division now. Always have, but the Atlanta Braves winning the World Series, the Mets have gotten better.
looking for that ring at the end of the year. And we know we need to continue to get better as a team, as a group. And that's why it's so important to have something that is built from bottom up, because I mean, that's going to be the difference. In a 162 game season, a lot of things can happen. And if we have a good foundation, we have an opportunity to be good. So for me, I mean, this division is not scare me. It's just push me to get better every single day, because we know it's not going to be easy with DeGrom, Scherzer, and those guys on the other side with the Mets. And then you have to go and face the Phillies, and you have to face Wheeler and those guys and Nola. And it's not easy. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to keep trying and keep doing it.
The Nationals are good too. I mean, they won it all in 2019. Like, every team has a good team in that division in some sense. It's a tough. You could argue it's the toughest division in baseball at this point. Definitely have a good argument there. So I'm going to kind of go off what he said too. Who are some guys around the league you enjoy competing against? You have a good relationship with that, or like on some other teams?
Yeah, I mentioned Christian Yelich. He went to the Brewers, but he's been my good friend. Seeing him winning MVPs and going to a different team and do his thing it's been amazing. Within the division, Harper, it's been like so good to watch, because he was with the Nationals and then he went to the Phillies, and I have to watch him 19 times a year, every single year. And we created a really good relationship playing against each other. I enjoy watching Freddie Freeman going about his business every single day. The guy who plays every day, plays hard, and that's another MVP right there. I know I'm naming just MVPs right here, but those are the guys that you like really exciting
Yeah.
watching, you know, because I mean, you look forward, you know, like you look forward to the calendar and you say, okay, we got the Padres. Oh, we're gonna go against Tatis, Manny, Hosmer, those guys, and it's good, you know. It's a good competition. It's good for the game, and you always look ahead of like your individual guys that you look up for in the other organization. So it's been nice.
I feel like the game's in a great spot with a lot of young talent, like a lot of guys you're talking about. Of course, you want the guys that are box office, like you said. So I totally get why you would mention them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, it's like, I mean, competition is always what you want in the game of baseball. That's why we need to go back and play baseball as soon as possible.
Yep.
We need it. We need it back now.
We're ready.
Yeah. So, one of our we have another fan question. They want to know some of your best moments as a Marlin so far.
It's been a great career with the Marlins. A couple of the things that I will always remember is having the opportunity to take this team to the playoff in 2020. It was amazing. You know, it was a hard year for us because we was the of COVID that year.
Yeah.
You guys remember 18 players went down.
Yeah.
We went through a lot and we created a great bond there, you know. Having the opportunity to play with Ichiro Suzuki side by side, seeing hitting 3,000 hits, it's been good. Last year, I got the opportunity to win Roberto Clemente Award. That's another thing that I mean, I feel so proud about because it's not just what you can do on the field, but you can do what you can do off the field for people as well. So I mean, it's been great. It's been a lot of good memories. Signing my deal here.
Another question for you. I was just thinking about this before, and I know this year you played mainly shortstop, but you used to, you know, play basically every position in the infield. Is there any position that you miss playing, or find it or another follow up to that is which position do you find the most difficult to play?
The position that I like to play the most, and I mean, I always got the goal that I wanted to be an everyday shortstop, and to go with that question, I feel like I'm a shortstop first, and everywhere that they put me, I'm gonna play the other position like I'm a shortstop. You know, like I'm not gonna go to first base and trying to be a first baseman. I'm just gonna go out there and be in an extension of a shortstop. So for me, that's my mindset. You know, every position that they put me, I mean, it's like we know, obviously, if it's in the outfield, I'm not gonna play like an infield. But I haven't played in the outfield. I think I got just one inning in the outfield one time, and it wasn't. But if I play in the infield, I want to play any position in the infield like I'm a shortstop. So that's why that's how I will answer that question. I'm not missing playing other positions because I play every position in the infield like I'm playing short.
Yeah, I was checking some of your stuff. I see 2 innings in the outfield with the Dodgers. That was the emergency situation you were talking about.
Was it.
You've done short, you've done second, you've done third, first. So great infielder. And I'm actually going to ask about your inspiration growing up. Like, what inspired you to play baseball when you were younger? And who were some guys you looked up to back then?
Back then, my stuff from Venezuela who won a bunch of Gold Glove. I want to emulate my game with his game, you know. I mean, on my own form, you know, on my own abilities. But I wanted to get to the big leagues and being an everyday shortstop and win a Gold Glove. That's been one of my goals throughout my life. And I mean, growing up in Venezuela, you know, we got a lot of good players. And Marcos Cutaro was another one. I got the opportunity to be with Martin Prado and enjoy the opportunity to be with him in the same clubhouse, and he was my mentor. You know, he took me under his wing, taught me a lot about the game, about how to become a leader, and I actually have to, I mean, appreciate what he did for me. So it's been a bless getting the opportunity to be with a couple of my idols in the same team.
So, who's the funniest teammate that you play with right now?
That's gotta be Jazz. I mean, Jazz is hilarious. You know, every single day he's got something for us as a group. He's always enjoying the game and always come up with funny things. You know.
And also, you guys made the playoffs the year before, and and from a scale to 1 to 10, how bad is the champagne when it goes to your eyes?
I mean, it's not bad at that point because I mean you're celebrating and that's what you want to feel, you know. I mean, I take it every single year. If we go to the playoff, I will pour myself champagne on the ice if I need
to. Quick question. You know, growing up in Venezuela and trying to make it to the big leagues, playing baseball, is there a specific player you looked up to as a kid and wanted to mirror yourself as, or did you just love the game and just try to make it?
Yeah, no, I mean, like I say, I was an infielder when I was growing up, and I wanted to be like Omar Vizquel, you know. Omar Vizquel was a guy that I was looking up to, and I mean, everything that he did in the baseball field, I wanted to do the same. You know, I wanted to play. I wanted to make plays like him, like bare hand plays and stuff like that. And that's the guy that I look up to, and I wanted to be like him. Let me field 2 more questions from you guys because I gotta bounce.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we can end it here. So the last 2 things here. Our team is part of this foundation. It's called the Hugh Jackson Foundation. We're trying to help and prevent human trafficking, making sure the community stays safe and the kids stay safe. So we'll send you the foundation so you can go check it out.
For sure, man. Thank you very much. That's something that I want to get involved, you know, with the community, and if we can help foundations and just spread the word, always it's always good. Yeah, for sure.
So can I give you a quick overview of what we do, or do you have to get going right now?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to for you guys to send it to me. You guys got my email and stuff like that, and you guys can send it, and so that way I can take a look, because I mean, I don't want to be in a rush while you.
I'll send you his email. Okay, Julian.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
And the last thing here, would you like to say anything to all the nurses, doctors, and all the essential workers right now, real quick?
Definitely, man. I just want to say thank you for everything that you guys been through. Last couple years, especially, but I mean, behind the scenes, there's a lot of work. I mean, I know how hard it is for you guys to put work. Every single day, we do something that is so much easier, you know, even when you guys are looking to us like we're, you know, superstars and all that. I mean, we're not comparing jobs at all with nurses, doctors, and people who work on the front line. I live it myself with my mom the last 8 years battling with cancer. Wow. And I see it with my son have to get repair his ear a couple times already. And it's been, I mean, the job that you guys do is amazing. So that's why I just want to say thank you for all the work that you guys put on throughout, I mean, the whole life, because it's not just because since COVID hits. Yeah. Is well beyond that. So thank you, and continue to do whatever you guys do.
Yeah, well said. And there it is. That wraps up episode 984 with current Marlins infielder Miguel Rojas. Man, this was awesome. Thank you for joining us today. Truly an honor. Learned a lot from this interview, and man, hopefully we get the season going on pretty soon. But if we do, good luck this season, and you guys have a great team. So, but thank you again for joining, and good luck.
Thank you guys very much for the opportunity again, and love to you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Miguel.
So
I really appreciate it. This was fun.
Thank you.
No worries, boys. Thank you.
And good luck with everything.